Hey guys, welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is Mick Meaney and I'm here to help you profit from your passions. So today we've got 3 proven ways to make $100 a day consistently, predictably and reliably. So this is all designed to generate passive income online. So there's a little bit of a misconception about what passive income really is. So we'll talk about that further. I'm going to show you what's personally worked for me. So we're not going to go into any loose theory. I'm only going to show you what I personally know has proven to work. And just like anything, okay, you're going to have to do the work. So nothing worth having comes easy. This is not push button, instant millions, get rich quick nonsense. So with that in mind, anyone can do this if you do the work. We're going to come back to this again and again. You have to be willing to put in the effort. If you're not willing to treat this as a business, then you're in the wrong place. Stick with a day job. Do something else. But this, no matter what business model you choose on the internet, it's a business model. So you have to approach it with the right mindset. So with that said, when we go through everything that I've got for you today, and there's a lot to get through, at the end, if you make it that far, I'm going to show you how to get more traffic to your websites, to these systems that you can build. So I'm going to show you how to get targeted traffic for free. So why is $100 a day the first major milestone? Why should that be something that you aim for? Well, if you're making $100 a day, then you don't need to work for anyone else. Simple as. You can work from anywhere you like in the world, any location that has got an internet connection. You have freedom, you have financial independence and security, all that good stuff. It proves that you can be successful. It validates your ideas. It validates you as a business person. And if you can make $100 a day, then you can scale up. I know from experience, if you can make $100 a day, you can make 500, you can make 1,000. You can even make 10,000. Listen, I know that's a huge figure to throw around, but me personally, that is the maximum I have ever made in a single day has been around $11,000 in a day. So I know you can scale it. I've proved that for myself. Okay, not everyone's going to do it. Let's be real. You know, just because I've managed to do something doesn't mean you will. But if you have the right strategy and you do the work to get that $100 a day, I believe the sky is the limit. But why listen to me anyway? You know, there's so many people out there on the internet making all kinds of sketchy claims and what have you. So why listen to me? Well, I started doing this stuff way back in 1998. I've been at this stuff a long time now. And I went full-time, self-employed on the internet. 100% of my income from the internet started in 2004. So I've been at it a while. And during that period, during that time, there's 20 years, however long, I failed a lot. I've tried practically everything that I can think of that's both legal and ethical to make money on the internet, and I failed. I tried practically everything. Drop shipping, e-commerce, you know, both those systems work, but they didn't work for me. I don't think I made more than $50 a day doing e-commerce and practically nothing doing drop shipping. It's just not what worked for me. But for you, you know, if you're into that stuff and it's working for you, I take my hat off to you. But today I'm only going to talk about what has worked for me personally. So every method, the 3 methods that we're going through today, is only the stuff that I know works, that I have made work for myself. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. I've made a lot of them, so today we're just going to focus on what works, so you can learn from my mistakes. Now, a common question that I get from people is, how quickly can you make $100 a day? 1,000. We scale up to 10 times in a second there. So how quickly can you make $100 a day? Well, it's going to take time and hard work. Okay. This is not get rich quick. Avoid anyone telling you you can get rich quick on the internet. They're lying to you. We can speed it up a bit if you do two things. So you have to stay with one method. That's really important. So you don't jump around from this to that, try 100 different things. You're not going to succeed with any of them. So stick with one method, pick one. Ideally, pick one of the methods that I'm going to run you through today. Choose one that feels right for you. You think, I like the sound of that, I can do that. Stick with that and go deep. Be persistent. You have to have that commitment. Give yourself a time limit, sure. So make a commitment of at least 6 to 12 months before you make any significant decisions about that business model or that niche. So you have to give yourself time and do the work in that time. It's not a case of set it up and then forget about it. You have to be persistent. You have to keep going. This is a misconception about passive income, that you set it and forget it. Big picture, over the course of years, when we zoom out, that's what tends to be what happens. And then we spend a few hours a week tweaking things, adding new content, whatever. But it is largely set it and forget it when we zoom out and look at the big picture. But you have to work your ass off to get to that point. There's no way around it. You have to put in the work. And you have to work every day. You have to be consistent. Certainly in the first 6 to 12 months. It takes a lot of effort to do it. If you can spend 20 minutes a day working on your business every single day, you're going to get results over time. If you spend an hour a day, you're going to get more results. So it is entirely up to you. Remember the dip. The dip is something that I speak about quite a lot. So it's the journey that we all go through when we start a new business venture or a new product. We enter it with high expectations, and then we start working. We don't get immediate results. So we think, well, this doesn't work. I have to find something that does. And then you repeat this cycle. So you jump on to the next thing. Try it. Find, I'm not getting results as soon as I expected. This doesn't work. I'll move on to the next thing. And then you're on this cycle. The way to beat that is to stick with one method, be persistent, work every day, and push through the dip. Push through that period when you're not going to get results. Know in your mind, and you have the right mindset that, hey, it's going to take me 6 months of consistent work to get some results here. And that's fine. That's just the way it is. Sure, you can take shortcuts to that. If you want to get there faster, you can. But if you're not prepared to invest in advertising, if you just want to get organic traffic, then it's going to take work. You're going to have to work for that. So you do the work now, and then you profit forever. So we put in the work early on. We spend that 6 to 12 months working, building this machine that is going to run forever and profit forever. And if you're doing this for the first time, then, it is going to take that 6 months, 12 months to get results. It's just the way it is. But the second time you do it, you will learn from each time you do it. So the more you do it, the faster it gets. So now, I've been doing this for 20 years. So I can set up a website today and have it making profit by the end of the week. But that is because I have failed a lot. And I've learned all the little shortcuts to do it. We can't go into those shortcuts today because it's just a free lesson, right? I've got more detailed stuff, more detailed training courses that show you everything to know, but look, I'm not trying to sell, so let's move on. Okay, so let's say you've got your business up and running. When should you quit? What's the right time to quit your day job? Well, don't quit too soon. I did. I jumped in at the deep end, made a massive mistake. So learn from my mistake. Here's what happened. I was a single dad, lone parent with baby, and I thought I could do this internet stuff at home because I was doing it professionally. That was my career. I was doing SEO and web design and flash animation, that kind of stuff in the UK's biggest B2B internet firm at the time. And what happened was I thought I can do this myself. I can become self-employed, jump in at the deep end. No problem. No problem. I know what I'm doing. So I quit my job, set up my own website, completely failed. And then it was a case of scrabbling, trying to recover from that. And I spent a long time trying to figure out what works. So I want you to wait until you're making the same income for at least 6 months. So if you're making, I don't know, $3,000 a month in the day job, then wait until you're making $3,000 a month online, and you've been doing that consistently for at least 6 months. And you have made at least 6 to 12 months of salary in savings. This is really important because should something happen, you're going to need that. This is called a screw you fund. There's actually another name which is less polite, but basically it's a fund that you keep should things go wrong, or if you're doing freelance work or whatever, it gives you the freedom to decline work. So if you have a bad client, you can fire them. Or if there's someone, a potential student that you don't really want to work with, you can decline their business because you're okay. You have this screw you fund in the background. So that's really important. Okay, so the 3 proven ways to make $100 a day are sell your own product. You'll notice that that's what I do. Sell as an affiliate. I also do that. And have a niche content curation site. I also do that. So these are the 3 proven methods that I use to make at least $100 a day. So you choose one of these, work on it consistently until it's making $100 a day, and then you can move on to the next one. And you can do a mix of all 3 if you want. But when you're starting out, just choose one. Oops. Okay, so niche content curation. So you can manually create content. So these are hub sites. I'll get into it in a bit more detail. Or you can automatically aggregate the content. So it's kind of hands-off. It runs almost like an auto blog. So let's go down into each of these in a little bit more detail. But first, how do you make money? How do you do it? Well, let's look at the numbers, okay? Because there is a lot of misconception that you need a lot of traffic. You don't. You can do pretty well from around 50, 100 visitors a day, unless it's content curation. That is the exception to the rule. You're going to need a lot more traffic for that. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But either way, you have to know your conversion rate. If you don't know your numbers, then there's a problem. You need to get on top of that. So for example, if you have 100 visitors converting at just 2%, so 2 of those visitors make a purchase, which is perfectly reasonable for a website to expect 2% conversion rate, that's fine. If you're selling 2 items as an affiliate or your own products at $50 each, and your conversion rate is 2%, you're making 2 sales a day, that's $100 a day. You can see it's pretty straightforward stuff. It's a really achievable target. So anyone can do this if you do the work. Again, I've got to hammer it home. You really do have to put in the work with this stuff. There's so much lies and misinformation, people just trying to take your money by, you've seen them. I try and separate myself from that stuff by telling you the truth that you have to do the work. There's no other way around getting those results. Okay, so let's drill down into each of these methods. So the first one, sell your own product. So you're going to have to solve a specific problem for a niche audience. So that means you have to know your customer's journey. You have to know what they want, what they fear. You have to know their aspirational group, the disassociative groups. All this stuff is in my other videos. So you sell ebooks, courses, memberships, coaching, masterminds. So here, from the ebook side, this tends to be the cheapest, going right the way through to the more expensive stuff. So you create your product, you offer influencers, leaders, authority figures a commission on each sale. These are people who have existing audiences that you can tap into. So you can also sell to your existing audience if you have one, or you can do both. You can sell to your existing audience, you can sell to other big names or other people who have audiences that you want to tap into. And you can sell these products anywhere from around $7 to $10,000 per sale. I know that sounds like a huge distance from $7 to $10,000. Think about it. If you're selling like a $7 ebook, that's generally called a tripwire product. So it's just something to get people's appetite whet for your other stuff. It's a low risk, kind of no-brainer impulse buy that's of interest to your audience, and then you would sell them progressively more expensive stuff on the back end. So by the time it gets to masterminds, where you might have a group of people turning up for an event, you can expect to make a lot of money from running those kind of events. So anywhere from $7 to $10,000 per sale. And this method builds a buyer's list really fast. That's really important, because then you're only communicating with people who value you and your content so much they're willing to put their hand in their pocket and get more of it. That's ideally what you want to be doing. This is usually quick and easy to make, depending on which one of these you choose. So an ebook, you can probably write out a loose structure for an ebook in about 20 minutes. So it's pretty quick and easy to make. And free content. Okay, free content doesn't matter, because one of the common questions I have from a lot of my students is, well, there's a lot of stuff already on YouTube, or there's loads of blogs giving away free content. That doesn't matter with product creation. Not one bit. People want to get content they want to get information from someone they trust, who they view as an expert, who presents the information in a logical and easy to understand way that helps them get results. They don't want to be searching through YouTube or Google or trying to piece it together themselves. That's confusing. And how do they know that the information they're being presented is actually truthful or accurate? All they're really getting with free content is opinion. They're not getting results. People will pay for results. So that's why free content doesn't matter. It's not your competition. Don't worry about it. If done right, free content is going to help you sell more. Look at what I do. I use my free stuff to deliver value, prove that I know what I'm talking about, that I generally do care about my students, the people in my niche. And if they want more of that stuff, then okay, I've got other stuff they can buy if they want it. But you'll notice that I don't do the hard sell. I don't try and sell products in my free content. I don't need to. People know that stuff is available if they want it. I don't need to be heavy. You don't need to be worrying about trying to hard sell or compete with free content, any of that stuff. This is fine. This structure is going to work for you. Okay, the next one that I've got for you is to sell as an affiliate. This is the easiest method for newbies. So you earn a commission on other people's products. So instead of making and selling your own, you go to ClickBank or Amazon and you find relevant products to an audience, and then you offer those. Now, digital products are the ones that I recommend, because you usually make around 50% to 75% per sale. So if someone is selling a digital product for $100, which is pretty cheap for a digital product, then you're going to make $50 if they're offering you a 50% commission. You're going to make $75 if they're offering a 75% commission. So there you can see that from digital products, you can make quite a lot of income from those. Physical products, they start on Amazon at around 4%, and it increases with the volume you sell. Now for me, I've done Amazon products I've sold as an Amazon affiliate, Amazon Associates. To be honest, I've never made more than a couple $100 a day from Amazon. I needed to get a lot of traffic in order to do that. And for me personally, it just was not worth the effort. Thinking about how much time and energy I had to put in to get those sales. Much easier with digital products. But no matter which one you choose, you need to build trust first. I see people making these affiliate websites where they basically show Amazon products, and then you click through and it's just a link to Amazon. Okay. They can convert because you're linking to Amazon, and that has brand equity. People trust it, so it has a higher conversion rate. But I believe for best results, you need to build trust before you try and pitch anything. So that starts with creating educational content, and then you deliver more value via email. So the people on your email list are now leads, people who might be willing to buy from you when you make relevant offers to them. And that is probably the best structure for affiliate marketing. Okay, and the final one, this one is a little bit more complicated because, I'll show you. So it's niche content curation. So what we do is we build a relevant hub, a niche relevant hub, so we can have the latest news and articles, latest developments in your niche. Think about things like BuzzFeed, Lifehacker. These are manually curated websites. So what happens is an editor will go through content from other sources, cherry pick the best for the BuzzFeed audience, and then curate that, then link back to the original source. So that's manual curation. We can automate it with aggregator sites. So think Rotten Tomatoes, which automatically pulls in reviews for movies. Alltop, which automatically shows the latest headlines for a range of niches. And this is done automatically. So you can choose whichever one you want. And I know that this sounds really good because you think, well, I don't have to do any work for that, but you actually do. Because you earn from advertising. So that's the main way to monetize these type of websites. So you can earn CPM, that's cost per milli. It's basically it's 1,000 page views. So you earn per 1,000 page views. I'll speak more about this in a second. You can also charge for sponsored articles, sponsored posts, or you can have affiliate offers on there as well. So the average CPM at the moment, and it fluctuates, the average CPM is around $2 for every 1,000 page views you get. Sounds okay, right? But if we think about it, you're going to need lots of traffic to make that $100 a day. So you're going to need, if my maths are right, and I'm terrible with maths, then you're going to need at least 50,000 page views every day to make that $100. So that's niche content curation. It's not really the easiest way to do it because you're going to have to spend a lot of time promoting the content. So these can do well on social media, but social media engagement is dropping all the time. So that's how I've done. That's how I've made $100 a day from all of these methods. The ones that I recommend that you really do focus on, because it builds something amazing for the long term, is product creation and affiliate marketing. Both of those are going to help build really strong assets. Of course, having 50,000 page views a day to a website is an asset too, but the amount of effort it takes to get there. When I did it, it took me years and years to get to that level the first time I did it. Of course, now because I've done it multiple times in multiple niches, I can enter a new niche and start making money practically straight away within a few days. But that is because I've got the experience behind me. If you're starting for the first time, if you're absolute complete newbie, affiliate marketing. No question. That's the easiest one to do. If you've been doing this a little little while, if you've been doing affiliate marketing, you've learnt the ropes, then think about creating your own products. So it's the next step on. And then once you have both of these income streams. So you might be making $100 a day from each stream. So you're making $200 a day. Then think about maybe going for that authority site or creating a niche content curation site, because you don't need that money, right? So focus on making the money that's going to pay the bills first, then add another income stream and another income stream. And the aim is to have as many income streams as possible. That's how you will grow a strong, highly profitable business. So don't just rely on any single method. Focus on that single method until it's working, until it's converting, and then move on to the next one. And not until it's working. Okay? Not until it's working. So you don't jump ship. Stay with what you've got, see it through, give it 6 to 12 months, build that business, generate that passive income, then move on to the next income stream. That's how you grow. And remember, at the start of this, I promised I will show you how to get more traffic to your websites, to your offers. Well, I'm going to give that to you for free. When you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic, grab that free training. Won't cost you a penny. It'll show you how to get laser targeted traffic to your websites very fast. Okay, and if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me, and I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.